Hey everybody, it's Sister Tamia and Sister Yvette.
Hello.
Hello. We just want to say thank you all for listening. We want to let you know that this show that you're about to listen to was recorded live at Trek Long Island. It was our first attempt at a live recording. And so we know that the audio quality is not up to its normal standards, but we think that you all will really enjoy the show as well, because we really had a good time doing this panel.
Definitely had a great time. Also want to thank Edwin and Stephanie for inviting us to Trek Long Island. And thank all the people that came out to all our panels. I mean, we had a nice showing. So thank you to everyone who ventured out and took a chance on the SyFy Sistas, and hopefully you had a great time.
And thanks to those who came out for the live recording. We hope you guys enjoy the show. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the SyFy Sistas Podcast, where we give you our point of view. We are coming to you live from Trek Long Island. Say what's up, Trek Long Island, folks. I'm your host, Tamia Harper, and I'm joined today by my sisters, Sabrina Wood, Yvette Blackman-Tom, and Fran T.
What's happening?
Okay, so we're really excited. This is the first time we've ever done anything like this, trying to record a show live with folks. So we're looking forward to a great discussion today. We're talking about what, Fran?
If a Black woman had been in charge.
What's the name of the title? Girl, come on now. It's called If That Had Been a Sister.
Yeah.
That's the title of the show. If That Had Been a Sister.
Imagine if you will.
Imagine if you will. How your favorite episodes of Trek would be over in about 5 minutes. If that had been a sister. Y'all know what we're talking about? Okay. All right. So Mama Fran is going to lead us in this discussion today.
As she said, as Yvette said, imagine if you will. I got to rely on my notes here. Let's say Raffi was in charge or needed to handle certain situation in the Star Trek universe. You know, she was the one who asked Picard in the first season of Picard, "Are you out of your blanking mind?" Mm-hmm. She actually said that to him. And he just looked just exasperated and didn't say nothing. Just like, don't argue with Raffi, okay? Him and Rios know you didn't argue with Raffi. And let's not forget Lily from First Contact, the movie, when by the time she got to the end of the thing, she was like, "You hurt your little ship." But she was the only one that had enough nerve to go in there and say, "This is wrong. Just blow up the ship and just go on, cut your losses." And, and he kind of thought about it and he went on it. But it would have been over in the beginning if she had went in there and said that, because he listened to her. Light that up for me.
Oh, my bad.
I don't know.
Just touch it every once in a while. Stay lit.
Okay. So we reimagined some situations for some episodes from three or four. Yeah, thank you.
Something like that.
The first one being, hope you all remember this episode. You should. Lower Decks, TNG, the episode, not the series. Are we there?
Yes.
Okay. Now, the sister, because, he chewed her out in the beginning. Picard chewed her out in the beginning. And he was like, "I don't know how you got on my ship." And
wait a minute. Picard chewed who out? He chewed the ensign out, right?
Was she Lieutenant?
Sito
Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
And, he chewed her out, just tore her butt off, and the sister would have asked for, and respectfully asked for, an immediate transfer, because he was like, "I don't know how you got on my ship," and all this. And she's like, okay, well, I respectfully asked for a transfer, so you don't know how I got on your ship, okay? So it would have been that, and then she would have went back. We're thinking she would have went back to her friends and said, "Oh yeah, child, okay." That bald-headed bastard think he can talk to me like that. Who he think he is? So I ain't the one. It said that makes two of us don't know how I got on this ship. Since you don't know, I'm out. See y'all. Deuces. Would have been over from the first time that Picard said what he said to her. Just like that.
HR? I need an HR?
Right. That's what she would have done. Called HR first.
Okay.
That's what this sister would have done. This sister would have called HR on her. Yep.
Like, listen here, like I've already been reprimanded for what happened in the academy. Why are we dealing with this again when I get on the flagship? Obviously, somebody thought enough of me to bring me on this flagship. So there is no way in the world I'm letting Picard talk. I don't care who Picard is. You didn't talk to me like that. I paid my dues because you know she was treated terribly at the academy because look how Wesley was treated. So now I'm going to come back. I must have did something where somebody said it's okay for me to keep staying in Starfleet, and now all of a sudden you're going to come at me like this. But I mean, as the episode goes, you know why he did it. But still, I do agree with you. There's no big problem.
No, I just feel like, like you got one time to pop off at me like that. Okay, you know what I'm saying? You got one time. I remember I bought my job. I've been there for a million years, big box store. I've been there forever. Sometimes, people get, they get a little bit of a promotion or something and they start getting a little big, too big for their britches, and they start talking different to people and stuff all of a sudden. They have one time for that to happen. I was like, okay, I'm out. Mm-hmm. I'm out. I started looking for my next job right then. My boss looked at me and started cussing me. What the do you think you're doing? I said, excuse me? Yeah, no. And then I was like, a week later, I gave them 2 weeks notice. Mm-hmm. And they were like, oh, Tamia, can you stay? And now we can give you a break. Nope, I'm sorry. Here you go. 2 weeks notice. Deuces, I'm out. I had another job and I was gone. That's what a sister would do.
I had one of those in my office too, then on a Sunday, doing overtime on a Sunday, and my boss came in front of me. We used to sit in 4 cubicle back in those days before COVID. And the boss came in and started yelling at me on a Sunday morning about something. And all I can remember doing is standing up and saying, I need to speak to you right now in your office. Not happening today. So yeah, we all know what would have happened if that had been the system. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anybody have any comments about that little scene? About
anybody? Any sisters?
Don't be shy if you remember Lower Decks and you remember since Cito Jackson getting chewed out like that.
Mm-hmm. No. So who did the personnel was Riker and Troy.
Yeah, they did the personnel reviews. They did them too. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they were doing much of it.
Riker's like, yeah, get him on the ship. Let's see what he does.
So sometimes he would like to, mess with Picard, So let's put on here and see what's going on.
Well, Picard did request her.
He found that out later on.
Yep.
Because he knew what the deal was. But I thought he would have went about it in a inappropriate way, the way he talked to her. Mm-hmm. Even though you are my superior in rank, that doesn't give you the right to demean me because I've already been through enough crap. And here you come talking about blah, 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 blah. I'm out. Deuces.
What's the next one, Fran?
Oh, next one is Sanctuary. DS9, Season 2, Episode 10. Anybody remember that one?
Can you give a little recap?
Okay. Refugees arrive through the wormhole, seeking their mythical homeland. They thought Bajor might be it. And Bajor, and they admitted, Bajor had this extra land on some part of the planet that nobody was using. And I think their fear of being occupied again, after they had went through what Cardassia had did to them. And they was like, well, no, these people are begging, like, we'll till the land. We know it's going to be hard. No, we talked to the council and this and that, and blah, 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 And you know what? They had a woman leader and she had 2 husbands. She had 2 husbands, right?
Yes, Striya. That was her name.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the name of the people, the race, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So the sister, if she had been in charge, she said, well, you see that land over there that nobody's using? Give them the land. What's the problem? What you afraid of? Give them people the land and go on about your business. You know, let them till. They said they would till this land and do it. Let them have the land. You know, just like that. You know, so they're not here to be colonizers or anything. If that's your fear, that's not happening. Give them the land and let them do what they need. You know, what's the problem? Damn, y'all, what's going on here? Don't want to share a huge planet. Oh, a huge. I said huge.
I was wondering that too. I was like, a cahoosh. I was like, that's a new one.
Is that a form of metric?
No, that's a form of getting tripping over your word. You know, so what's the problem? I don't see the problem. Take y'all million people and going on down there. See that part over there when nobody's. Y'all got it. I'm paying attention to that.
So what did happen? Oh, go ahead.
I don't remember that episode though. What's interesting about that is that when the Striya came through, they thought it was just those 3 ships.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in Bajor was cool, but then when the Striya said, "Oh no, there's 3 million,"
Mm-hmm.
and all of a sudden they were like, "Well,
we got to meet and talk about this."
And I don't know. And they actually picked those people up.
Right. So which part had been, if that had been a sister?
Yeah.
She would have gave them the land. Would have pointed out, nobody's using this land over here. Let them have it.
But
that's it.
But just like you said earlier, you know, Bajor is traumatized at this
Mm-hmm.
point. So, like you said, they thought it was 3 ships.
Yeah, they did.
But then when you got 3 million ships, I kind of side with Bajor on that one. I mean, I get it that they should have let them, but the trauma of seeing 3 million ships coming to you after just getting rid of the Cardassians, I get it.
After being
right, but I definitely get that. You know what I mean?
Perhaps the Bajorians had read in the Earth history book.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think this particular episode is one that like we were not all in agreement on about, because she like Fran's point of view is like, yes, a sister would have given them some land, would have let them, but my point of view is like this sister wouldn't have, like I wouldn't have. I mean, if the decision was up to me, because that's too many people and so I was feeling like, or my fear would have been that it was a drain on their resources. So I think that my first instinct would have been like, no, that's too many. But then at the end of the show, she's like, you don't know what you're missing out on. You know, we could have been your salvation. We could have helped you. And that every time I watch that episode again, that's the part that gets me. And what trips me out personally in my head is that still to this day, my first response is, that's too much. When the better part of me, the part of me that wants to be better, would be listening to her at the end, be like, yeah, I don't know what I could have done if we had just let you in and we could have worked together. So that's my honest opinion of it. Like I'm always split on it, you know?
I'm like, the land isn't being used.
Mm-hmm.
And as being a Black woman, I root for the underdog, because there's been instances a lot where we've been the underdog and we asked somebody to give us a chance and they said, no, scoot on away. You don't deserve this. You don't supposed to do this. You might take something away from me. That's why I said, oh, just let them use it. It wasn't that they wanted to crowd into their cities or on their farmland. They admitted they had land over there that was not being used. I didn't see the problem.
Mm-hmm.
So if the Striya had been a sister, she could have convinced them to let them stay?
No, I'm saying somebody.
Around.
I'm saying people from Bajor. The sister would have been from Bajor.
I know. I'm just saying, I'm saying if the sister had been the Striya had been a sister, could she have convinced them to let them stay on the land? Because it was Kira that twist on her. Kira gave her up.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. She might have. Her pride better been like, you know what? I don't want y'all. I don't want this crap no way. That's right, y'all. Come on. Bob, Joe, come on, let's go. Bob and Joe. Or Keisha and
Yeah, there you go.
it could have been for me. It probably would have been Keisha and Laverne. Okay. Come on, y'all. We don't need that happy land anyway. So hey,
Yo. We out.
we out.
And once again, deuces.
Deuces. Excuse me. Okay. Any comment? Yeah.
Good.
It's a big universe. There's a lot of planets. Get your own planet.
You also stop at the first damn planet you find and be like, oh, that's ours. Like,
terraforming and all that stuff. Go get them a planet.
You know?
No problem.
They found one, right?
I don't know. We don't know
They
what.
found them a planet, and then they decided that the something about Beja was like, oh no, this is the one we're looking for. They were looking
yeah,
for
because it fit their
They thought it was a
prophecy.
mythical
They
thing that was
fit their
going on.
prophecy.
Yeah, it fit because something about them coming through the hole or something.
Yeah.
It was something
the eye of the
of the yeah.
it was a prediction. Prophecy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the next one.
The Abandoned, DS9, Season 3, Episode 6. The one about the Jemadar infant found in the records that was in Quark's storeroom. And he grew into a violent Jemadar soldier who would only listen to and obey Odo.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, we didn't know why. We found out, look, a couple of years later, why he would only obey Odo. He was genetically predisposed to obeying the founders.
Mm-hmm.
So, Sister would have said, look, hold on. Handle this. I ain't got time. He ain't listening to me. Please take my little lightweight and you handle this child here because I ain't got time. That's an order. That would have been it. Been over.
So it's over.
That's over. And so apparently is our panel. So.
Any comment, input? Go ahead.
I agree.
Okay.
You know, because I remember seeing that and saying, something about is weird. What's going on here?
Mm-hmm.
And what you just said, really not no.
Mm-hmm.
Take care of it.
Take care of it. I ain't got time.
Especially since the baby was growing by leaps and bounds.
Oh.
Now you saw the kid was like, he was 5 years old. And they felt bad for it when it was a baby, but then it was just getting to be like this big Jemadar. Like, you need to get the child off the stage.
With this spot of hair growing out his head and all this stuff. I ain't never got time. You want to be get all bad and everything. I ain't got time. Odo, handle this.
But Odo felt bad because he had been abandoned.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But we had to talk to him. Odo. He's just the baby.
No.
Or control baby. Control
the baby. See, okay,
Yeah.
my take on it, right. Like, if
Yeah.
that, my thing is like, if that had been a sister, we would have been like, what is wrong with you letting your child run wild like this?
Right.
You know, like, because we see your child in the supermarket running all up and down the aisles and we're looking at you. Why don't you yank that child up and put them to right? You know, like, because
Why don't you have his hand?
why is he running around like a maniac? You
All
know?
over the promenade, acting like an ass. Stop.
Like, we would have handled that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, at first we would have been like, look, Odo, handle your business. And then if Odo didn't handle your business, like, hey, little boy, get your butt over here.
Have a seat.
Have a seat.
That Gemini would have learned to look.
Yes.
Takes one look.
We know about that look.
What it did is we would have taught Odo the look. Right? Odo said, listen, this is the look. Give it to him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sheep judges.
Right.
Imagine
That would scare the hell out of me.
One big
Switch.
That's why you want to control switch.
Like,
I'm just saying, well, let me tell you, we're gonna put
That's the past.
that's a generational thing.
Yeah,
That's a generational. For y'all don't know, that's a some of us had to grow up cutting our own switches, and we know what we're talking about.
That's why all we understand that.
That's why we know about.
Okay.
I am even this generation I am here. I'm against corporal punishment for children because it was so traumatizing for some of us. Well, I think for any time you use violence on a person, it's going to be traumatizing. Yeah. So then, you kind of evolve and say, I know the look, sit my behind down and be quiet. Because all I had to do when my granddaughter was growing up, I remember going to pick her up and her mom say, now you behave. She said, no, don't worry about it. I know who you with. Mm-hmm. I don't have to worry about you doing. And I never hit that child. I never hit that child once, So because it was traumatizing to me to be hit, I'm smaller. I'm a child. So I think I got off on a tangent, but I don't, even with the gray hair, I don't think I'm not going to hit a child. Right. Yeah. No, my grandmother spanked me. My one grandmother spanked me. My other grandmother spanked me once. And that was all, that was the first and only time she ever spanked. But in my household, yeah, we grew up with spankings. We grew up with public spankings too. You did not act out in public. Don't do it in public. I'm not afraid. And you'd be like, oh, you're not going to hit me. My brother, you think I won't? Act straight. You're like, oh, okay. So that's a difference. That's a lot of y'all are much younger and we're not brought up that way. Thank goodness, So we can joke about it now because we're
not hitting this jumping dog, baby.
No. I'm saying I want to, but so I want to, but I'm not allowed to anymore. No, you know what I would have done? I would have sent him down to the grandmother's house down south.
You going to Virginia?
Yeah,
that's kind of the.
You going to Virginia? I live in Virginia Beach, Virginia.
All of us are. We have our Tidewater. Our whole Tidewater.
Not proposed Virginia Beach, Chesapeake stuff.
Okay. And Newport News and Hampton. Thank you very much. Okay. I mean, Dad, was that not Tidewater?
I left out there because, we used to have to pay a toll to go through the tunnel and everything.
That's because you were up in Norfolk.
And it used to be a toll and everything. So we were there together, but that really wasn't a part of it. It's
also on the water and has a shipyard and Navy Yard too. So it's Tidewater. Anyway, moving on. Next.
No, we can't hit the baby.
No.
Fine.
Speaking of babies, the next one, Children of Time. DS9 season 5, episode 22. Y'all remember this one? Nobody would have met nobody, ancestors, descendants, nobody, because these people were tired.
Listen, this is the show, but this is the episode where they go to that planet and they find out that they're all the people on the planet are the descendants of the people who were on the ship, right?
Yeah, this is one.
Okay, I'm just bringing everybody.
Yeah, I was going to get to that.
I thought you had skipped a part.
No,
my bad.
She had to.
I just messed up her groove. I messed up your groove. Okay, my bad. Let's
move on. That way, because they had been on this, had been in the other quadrant, and everybody was tired and wanted to go home, wanted to get back to the station. Everybody wanted to get back to the station, especially O'Brien. Yes, O'Brien was like, I want to get home to my wife and child. I'm tired. I want to go, But Jadzia wanted to science. And he said, okay, old man, we'll go back. Oh yeah, we're gonna go. And yeah. So they went on there and, because Jadzia, because she's the only one on the bridge that wanted to stop and investigate this planet with this shield around it. Had it been a sister in there, no. Been in charge, said no. Sister would have said, that's a hard no. Look, I need a haircut, and my feet and nails did. It's been a while. Maintain course back to the station. We are not stopping because we are all tired. Look at my head. I need a trim. And it's like, Jathia, my nails, my feet are a priority. It's just, against your science at this time. Note the plan's coordinates, and maybe we'll come back and see it again another time, old man. We ain't going there now, because everybody tired. Everybody tired.
I know when Brian complains, it's coming.
Right. If that had been a sister, there would have been no descendants on that planet.
No.
The whole thing never would have happened. No, we would have been like, nope, it's time to go. Like you said, note the coordinates. We come time. Shorty, everybody's tired. Everybody's got that one prima donna friend, right? Like that one friend. It's like, come on, why don't we just stop? Come on, can we stop? Come on, can we stop? Shut up. Tag, nobody wants to stop. She's not going to shut up unless we stop. Okay, let's stop. Yeah. And then that's where all the trouble starts.
But then you share when she said she wanted to stop. Was she in man?
No. Cisco.
No, he don't.
Say no. Yeah, Cisco wasn't going to say no to old man. Exactly. Cisco probably had like fantasies of when old man and him were younger, and the Gallivant, he's like, let's get in one more.
Yeah. Cassidy would have said hell no.
Cassidy would have said hell to the no. Hell to the no. Cassidy would have been like, who's driving? Don't touch my radio either.
That's right. All right, so we did see a theme there with this.
Yeah, we did.
I'm sure you know what our favorite.
Oh, have we gotten to it yet?
No. Go ahead. What's next?
Okay. The next one is Carbon Creek Enterprise.
Leah's like, yay!
Season 2, episode 2. Paul tells the story of her great-grandmother and 2 other Vulcans that were on Earth in the mid-20th century. The great-grandmother left a sample of Velcro. A sample of Velcro, okay? Okay. The sister would have left a fierce potato salad recipe. None with no raisins, no carrots, none of that stuff in the potato salad. And potato salad would have been, potato salad would have been tasting a lot better today. Because
Cavity's problem.
no raisins in the potato salad.
You guys understand there's no raisins in the
potato salad.
No carrots either.
No carrots, none of that. And the potatoes would have been peeled.
Oh. Yes. Most indeed.
That's right. And diced up.
And
That's
cooked.
And cooked.
How about that?
Yes. Potato salad, because
There's like other ways to make potato salad.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You would be surprised.
Not
in Thai water.
It's like come down the tide.
That's right. I got a fabulous potato salad recipe.
How much would she got for that? How much did she get for the Velcro? She got enough to send that boy to school.
School to college. It happened to go to school, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's it, though.
Was the one piece of Velcro? I mean, you could have left, enough for a whole dress. Something that seems stingy.
One piece, right? How are you even gonna figure out what it is? You get one piece. I didn't figure out what it is.
You get one piece. I ain't got to replicate it.
Right.
So what else?
I mean, one side was like, wasn't.
One side of it. Oh my God.
She did it to him twice, and he understood what this could be. I don't know.
I mean, it was Enterprise.
Oh.
Shots fired.
Joe.
Oh man, I'm moving over a little
No,
bit.
Joe, come on,
I'm moving.
Come on, Frank.
See, y'all don't understand this. Y'all don't understand this. Tell them why shots were fired.
Enterprise is the show. Why do they always do this to me?
No, what day? She did it. We don't know what day.
No, there was one lone voice right there. I don't know her.
No.
Sorry. I support you.
There you go.
It got better. Oh.
I am not the only one here.
And from there,
Next.
Okay.
Oh my God. Sub Rosa.
Oh.
TNG season 7, episode 14. The one with the lamp.
The condom.
Anybody else want to catch up?
Oh, yeah, that one. I remember that one when I was 13. Yeah.
See, I was like, what is going on my TV set? Beverly was all like, what? Okay. First of all, can we talk about the nightgown though? Like, I'm like, why is she like 19th century, 17th century nightgown? Like, what the?
Did she have? I thought she had a little slip on that time.
Whatever. It looked
like Granny. Did you think you look? It
yeah,
like Granny?
it looked. Yeah. It looked. It was weird. It was all weird. Okay, go ahead.
So everybody's up on what episode we're talking about and what happened.
There's people Googling in the back.
So, yeah, this is the one where Beverly gets in. Okay, so, I just said the one with the lamp, and I didn't explain. I didn't go any further because I thought most people would know what I was talking about because that's an awful episode. I think I did.
Beverly has spectral love
with a ghost
entity, like an entity.
Well, okay, entity that's been doing this to her female ancestors for 800 years. 800 years.
I'm sorry, y'all. For real though.
Come on.
For real though.
It's the witching hour. It's everybody's the witching hour.
It's multiple generations. None of these women have
These are black. It's not no.
Right?
No. You would think a black woman, a black family would let this go on for 800 years?
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. 800 years. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
It's like been on Earth. What's going on?
Well, I
Before
mean,
you invest, well, who goes that living with no gal who given to an entity to live 800 years?
800 years? Come on.
You know, it's
Yeah.
song, ain't that-
I'm just saying. Yeah, I just say the first time I felt that in my bed. No, first of all, nope. Nope. We're selling the house. I'm out. Right there. Right then. That moment, that night, packing up, I'm gone. Just, I'll come back in the daytime and get my stuff.
I'm moving back to Virginia.
I'm not having spectral ghostly rubbing off all on me. Like, no.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
Blow the candle out. That's it.
Hey, listen, they go and with aliens from all over every place. I mean, you know,
Sister would have went for it. No. She would say, nah, bruh, you've been doing this crap to my family long enough. I mean, for centuries, dude. This isn't going any further. You're over. You and your lamp are done. You and your lamp are done. So get to stepping. Make like the ghost that you are and be gone. Please. Would have stopped it.
That was the last one, but I got a couple of.
We got some more
character that I think should have been a sister, would have been a sister, honorary sister, and that's Admiral Lachea. Next time you find a boy, the only one that had the card shaking
in his boots,
making his tea, and he was so nervous when Lachea come on that ship, and she told him the next time you find a boy and help him out and send him home. No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you did.
That's my girl there. She could have been an honorary sister.
Yeah.
She definitely handled her business because she was not taking Riker's nonsense.
No.
Because he's always in there smiling at you. So he was, the minute he came, okay, Commander.
You gone.
This is not for you. He didn't. I loved her.
Me
I think
too.
She was very nonsense. Nonsense. Everything was by the book. She cared for Picard. She thought he was a good leader, but she wasn't going to take his arrogance. And because she knew she was in charge.
Right.
And when she told Picard, listen, this is not your shit no more. You, Beverly, and Worf, let's go. Let's get this done. I'm bringing somebody in. He knows how to take care of the Cardassians, and that's it. But we still knew she cared. We still knew she cared about what's going on. That's why I always think of her
and
having
people.
that. Right. She wanted to get her job done, but you knew she still had a heart was there. These were people to her.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I think I always thought that also that if she would have been a sister,
She would have been.
well, I think she played it as I would see a sister play it. She's one of my favorite characters.
Mine too.
My if that had been a sister moment was when Tasha Yar died. Because I just think that if that had been a sister, she would have haunted their asses for letting her go out. Like, you let me go out like a punk.
And then when Beverly lights the candle, it's Yar.
Right.
Oh my God.
To some ooze. I lost to some ooze. I can't even fight no ooze. Like, you couldn't, like, it's like, don't you know how to pull people up out of quicksand? You couldn't pull me up out the ooze.
They got Riker back out.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all would have been haunted every day. Every day.
She did haunt them. She kept coming back. Her sister came back. Her daughter came back. Came back in the mirror kind of universe. So she did a thing.
Mm-hmm. So do you all I want to open it up to see, now to you guys, you have, if that had been a sister moment.
What about Janeway? Sister.
They would have never.
Imagine that.
They wouldn't have had a show. If Janeway had been a sister, they would have been home.
Got lost
They were going after the Marquis. Yeah, I caught up.
in the bed.
Would she have gone after the Marquis?
No, I think she would have. I think that first part would have happened. It's all the stopping
Right.
that was going on. I mean, she would have been like, Sesta would have been the first officer, not check Cote. Because Sesta was like, all right, let's get this done.
Right.
Let's get these people back. We got a long way to go. Why are we stopping?
Right.
Why are we sciencing? It's science on the ship. Science so we can eat. Let's get the heck out of here and get back to our people.
Right.
But not Janeway.
Nope.
She wanted to stop here, stop there. She could map everything.
Everything.
Everything was a rest stop. Everything.
Everything.
And don't get me wrong, I like it. But yeah. sister be like, trying to get home.
Yeah. Yeah. Straight up. Go ahead, honey.
I was just trying to think of like Dena Torres. That character was fully developed. Later on in the series, it was the relationship was on character. But if you added like her own voice, put her on the earlier seasons, do you think that she would have been as presence then later on is?
I'm going to repeat this a little bit truncated so that we can get that on the audio. The comment was about Dena Torres, if she had been a sister, right, and had a more of a developed voice earlier on, right, in her development, would she have even been with Tom Paris? That's a good thought.
You're asking if Dena would have been a sister.
If Dena had been a sister, would she have been with Tom Paris?
I would say with Tom.
I mean, who else was there?
It could be Harry.
Right. Venture. Like
It didn't have to be Paris.
Yeah.
What's wrong with Paris, though? They say no.
Why you go?
Yeah.
You think she would have been with somebody a little bit more fly?
She liked Chakotay in the beginning.
That's right.
Well, she had
I can
some,
say it. He called him
she
at
had,
first.
you said some self-hate that she for Klingon, but she had.
Well, she did.
Mm-hmm.
She was system with that.
Sure.
I mean, we deal with that.
Yeah.
You know, we're Black in America. We deal with that.
Sure. And I think we actually did an episode
On her.
on her and that how that self-hate is there. I think Dena does. I definitely identify with that. Identify with that character in many ways. She's brilliant. She's angry. She has father issues. She just feels like the other all the time. And then she found her one family, the Maquis, and then she ended up in the damn Delta Squadron. And then in the near the end, she finds out they've all been massacred. They've all been murdered. So that family she thinks she's coming home to is gone. So, I mean, I think we all can relate to Dena on some level, but definitely the other. Dena's always the other.
Yeah.
But she's so damn brilliant that she doesn't even realize that she's that brilliant. Janeway has to explain. Janeway has to give her hard love, right, and tell her, I'm giving you this over Carrie. Even Carrie knew, because he didn't really go after her on it. He just wanted her to treat him, not punch him in the nose and break his nose. But I mean, I think everybody on that ship knew she deserved that post.
Yeah.
But I identify with, as a Black woman, I identify with Dena wholeheartedly.
Yeah. Guys, we want to say thank you so much for participating in our hopefully what will be our first live podcast recording, and we get it out and having fun with us today on this topic. So, Yvette, you want to let us know where people can give us their thoughts as to if that had been a sister moment?
Sure can. You can find us at SyFy That's SyFysistas.com. You can join us on the mothership. That's MUTHASHIP. And the SyFy Sistas Book Club, both on Facebook. On Instagram and TikTok, SyFy.Sistas. We're also on the Twitter at SyFy Sistas. Become a patron of SyFy Sistas today at patreon.com/SyFy Sistas. The Trek Geeks Network's presenting sponsor is Fansets. They're downstairs. Go to fansets.com for pins and memorabilia for all your favorite franchises. Visit fansets.com and use Trek Geeks, all capital letters, for your exclusive 10% discounts.
And of course, we have to give a shout out to the baddest engineer in any and all universes. That's Dose, the anonymous one, who is going to have a hell of a time mixing this show. And if you need engineering skills or music production skills, he's Dose _ the anonymous _1 on Instagram. And that's it for us, y'all. We love you very much. I get to say this in person this time. We love you and thank you for listening.